Today I'm going to be showing you a technique that's very near and dear to my heart because it has to do with a lot of highlighting. I love highlighting. Highlighter is probably my favorite tool. It's the one that I always want to use. It's the one that I always say I would take with me if I was stranded somewhere. And so today we're going to be talking about a technique that has been called strobing. This is really funny because you may remember there was a previous video where I said highlighter. Highlighter, highlighter, highlighter. I didn't know that it had a name, but apparently it does. I'm gonna do my take on the sort of strobing phenomenon because it is autumn, so we are going a little bit deeper, we are getting a little bit darker. Strobing generally doesn't have a contour element to it. It's highlighting to the 10th degree without contouring involved. But on Cherise today, I'm actually going to show you a technique that's more for every day. Traditional strobing is probably a technique that you're going to be using if you're going out because you're going to have a really highlighted face. This will be more for everyday wear. So as you can see, Cherise already has a full face of makeup. I've used our new full tint foundation, which is a medium to full coverage foundation, on her skin to even out her skin tone and give us a little bit more of a base. I've used our new Elate eyeshadow, which is sort of a pinky mauve, as well as the Ariel eyeshadow to give her just a little bit of highlight on her lid. We've used a little bit of liner just on the lash line, very, very, very thin, a really tight line close to the lash line, and some mascara. She also has a little bit of our Muse lipstick on, which is a really nice, slightly warm nude. So she's pretty much ready to go. All we need is some highlight, contour, and a little bit of cheeks. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go in with my Goddess Glow bronzer on my contour brush. And I'm going to start just underneath her cheekbone. And we're just applying it in a line pointing down towards the corners of the mouth. That is the contour line that you want to follow. A lot of people will do this when you're looking in the mirror, and that isn't wrong, but just remember that when you do this, you're getting a really, really deep hollow, and it's actually going below your lip. So that's actually not the correct place for a contour. It's just gonna be a lot harder to blend for you. So all you wanna do is just a little line underneath the cheekbone that's right in line with the corner of the lip. Simple, you can see the line there. And then without blending, when Cherise looks directly at the camera, you can see how that's pushing in her face a little bit. One of the things that I think is quite funny when we talk about highlighting and contouring the face is that a lot of people will say this is for correction. Let me be the first to tell you, there's nothing wrong with your face. This isn't about correction, it's about creating some high spots on the face to give yourself a glow or to make yourself have, more emphasis to the cheekbones. Highlighting and contouring is about emphasizing and de-emphasizing. That's all it is. You don't have to think about it as correction for your face. The other place that I'm putting a little bit of contour is just up in the top area of Cherise's forehead, just right in the hairline. These two spots right above the eyes, it just helps to give us a bit more of a glow, especially with the Goddess Glow bronzer. I'm also gonna go underneath her jawline. Now that most of the product is gone off my brush, I can actually go in and put quite a bit on there and then go down the neck just a little bit. I don't want a ton of product there because, Cherise isn't going clubbing. I mean, you might be today, but probably not. So we're just adding a little bit of product there. And now that I have got all the product off of my contour brush, I can actually go in and use the same brush to just blend it all in. So all I'm gonna do is go back over the spots where I put my bronzer and just blend it in. Oh, that's very nice. Next, I'm going to be adding my highlights. Very excited. I'm going to be using the Wonder highlighter. Wonder is one of our universal creams, and it is a highlighter. You can apply it straight out of the tube, and you're going to get a really nice amount of product placed on the cheek, just like that. Or you can actually use a fluffy brush. For highlighting techniques such as strobing, I do recommend that you use a brush. This is a fluffier blending brush, and I really like to use it for my highlighter because it gives me a lot of control over the product placement. And we're actually using the highlighter on the cheekbone and then all around the eye area. This is the fun thing about the strobing technique, is that you're using highlighter in a really, really fun way. I'm also going to take it right down the bridge of the nose, gonna add a little in the forehead, tiny bit on the chin. Now I'm gonna go in with another brush and just blend that out. So what we're doing here is we're creating highlights on all the high points of her face. I'm going to come in with my finger, and I'm actually going to highlight the brow bone, as well as the inner corner of the eye, and bow of the lip. The wonderful thing about doing the strobing technique with a cream is that you have a lot of control over how much product you're putting on and how much you're blending it. Also, it's really quick and easy, as you can see. Finally, I'm going to be adding a little bit of color. I'm going to be using our new universal cream in Heroin. This is a beautiful mauvey sort of purple color. And what I'm going to do, as you can see, is the blush color goes right in between my highlighter and my contour. So we're going to add our color right in there. And then I'm actually going to use my brush that I use for contouring to brush down. So you can see with the blending, what I'm doing is I'm taking the very edge of the highlighter, brushing it down to blend the color, and you're getting that really nice sort of Neapolitan ice cream effect that's blended. So we've got our highlighter, our colored blush, and then our contour. Do you like that I just said your face was like ice cream? It's delicious. So now we've got a really lovely amount of color as well as a really nice amount of highlight. She's very dewy, she's very glowing, and that's what the strobing effect is all about. You could actually go in, if you wanted to do something a little bit more extreme, and use one of our newer highlighting press shadows. This one's called Ariel, and Ariel is quite light, so if you wanted to go even more extreme with your strobing, you could actually take your Ariel and apply it right over our cream highlighter to get a little bit more of a highlighted effect. Now you just need to be careful because Ariel is quite light, that you're not actually whiting out your face. Extreme highlight doesn't necessarily mean that you have white all over your face. It just means that we have more areas highlighted. The final thing for a strobed effect face is to have a nice glossy lip. So as I said earlier, I have the Muse lipstick on Charisse at the moment, and I'm just gonna go over top with our Shine lip gloss, which is just a really shiny, pale color that goes well over all colors to just add a really nice glossy shine. I'm going to be careful not to take off my highlighter there. So we've gone from a lovely full face of makeup to now a super highlighted strobed look.